Well, hello and welcome to The Recording Journey, episode number 18. My name is Kai Ellis. Here at The Recording Journey, we are a community of singers, songwriters, music producers, mixing engineers, everything in between, basically. If you like making music, you're going to like it here. Now, today on The Journey, episode number 18, that's a big deal for us. We're coming up close on episode number 21. It's a big old milestone. Most podcasts don't make it there. They fall off a whole lot sooner, but we are going to go the distance. You'll see. Today we got some community news. We got some song selections from community members. And then we'll wrap it up with some fun topics that have been happening on the forum. First up, giddy up. Let's get started. It's the news. Now here's some big old news. Our good friend David Frazier, he's got himself a new little album out. He's put it out on SoundCloud so far, and it's doing all right. He's got a couple of tracks on there. They got themselves over 1,000 spins. That's quite a big deal. A lot of us are going to go our whole careers here trying to get all of our tracks to have a total of 1,000 spins. So, brother, whatever you're doing, could you let us drink from your fountain? I'm going to play one of them songs for you right here in a little bit when we get to song selections. But first off, I just wanted y'all to know up at the top that thing is out there and that you need to check it out. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you a taste of it here in just a little bit. And then second up, here's what I'm going to give you. Teresa and her band, Taste the Lemon, they are up in this contest. They are trying to get themselves to the number one spot, and the only way to do that is with our votes. So we got to go to the website. She's giving it to us. There's a whole thread about it on the forum at therecordingjourney.com. So go on there, check it out. Do yourself and her a favor. Listen to that song, go vote for it, get it to the number one spot. You want to know when she wins this thing that you were a part of it. Let's do our friend a solid. Show her the support you know she would show us. And then news item number 3. The month of February is coming to a close up real fast, and I don't want y'all to miss out on this cover song challenge we got going on. For the months of January and February, it's been Paul Simon. We've got a bunch of really good covers that have been posted on the forum, and I want yours to get in there before our very soft deadline, because I got to be honest with you, we're not real hardcore about this. If February 28th comes and goes and you still hadn't finished yours and you're still waiting to submit it, I mean, we're not going to jump down your throat or anything, but in the spirit of the challenge, it would be real nice if we saw what you got cooking in your oven before the end of the month. So get on it, y'all. If you got something that you've been percolating on, it's time to brew the pot of coffee. Give it to us in your favorite coffee mug and let us drink this delightful brew that you have prepared. All right, that's going to bring us to the end of the news. You know what that means. It's time to get started with some song selections. All right, first up in our series of song selections from our community, we got ourselves a song from David Frazier. Just himself put out his recently finished album called The Day the World Stopped, and I asked him, could you give me one of your songs from that there album? We can put it on the podcast and let everybody hear it, and he was kind enough to supply me with the track. So here is a song from that album. The song is called It's All Coming Round Too Soon, and he had a couple of background comments for us, so let me read those to you. He sent these to me in a little DM. He says, this is my 4th attempt at this one over a period of 3 years. I could never quite get to the point where I was happy with my own vocals on it. So in the end, I went with Blake from Autome. That's an AI vocal service. He says, that guy seemed to give my original vocals a bit more grit than I could ever manage. This has been my only experiment with using AI for lead vocals. The track itself is, of course, part of the overall doom and gloom package and was mainly about climate change and the level of inaction from the major players. Given what's happened since then with weather-based disasters around the world, many will be looking back to 2022 with nostalgia. Well, that's quite a bit of context for the song, so let's give it a spin with Wonders to Behold. Here it is from David Frazier. The song is called It's All Coming Round Too Soon. It's all coming round too soon. Some see the world through a prism, some don't see nothing at all. Maybe we see just what we want to. How can we turn from it all? Those big houses trying to hide what they're doing of history. Still we take our chances to live well beyond the mean. It's all will come. Change is catching up to you. Don't care, you might not want to. It's all will come. Even when the best of us can save us from the rest of us, it's all coming round too soon. It's all coming round too soon. I tell you what, David always writes great songs, and he's gotten to a place where he very consistently mixes and produces them in a way where it's very tasteful for the ears. But I do think that he's reached a new level for himself with this new album, so I hope that everybody enjoyed that track and that you will check out the full album. I believe right now it's out there on SoundCloud. It's doing quite well over there, and that eventually he plans on putting it on all the other streaming sites, but it seems to be doing well enough on SoundCloud. I don't know, man. Maybe you make it a SoundCloud exclusive, but as it is for right now, that's where you can go to enjoy it for yourself, listen to it, and if you're looking for any more details or to see what the thread from all of us has been about it, go on to the forum at therecordingjourney.com and check it out. All right, let's get another song cooking. What's coming up next is a song by Jayse called My Grandfather. He gave us a little bit of context about the song, sent me some notes. He said, in terms of background, I wrote the song when I was in my 20s, quite a while ago now, but I've tweaked it more recently, by which I mean I have shored up the lyrics a bit. I've made no changes to the melody. Not all of the details related in the song are based on actual events, but they're all true to the spirit and the memory of my grandfather. And despite, or maybe because of the liberties I've taken, I hope the overall narrative resonates with others as well. Well, brother, I come from a part of the United States where family means a lot to us. And our elders and our grandparents, we show them a level of appreciation and respect that they're just dear to us. So I am really looking forward to sharing this song with everybody. So here we go from Jayse. This is called My Grandfather.
my grandfather'd come for a weekend stay, we'd welcome him into our play. Instead he'd stand and watch a while, so we'd bat around the ball and catch a smile. He loved telling stories of times long gone, how he'd go on and on and on, and at the end he'd sigh and say, I remember it as clear as yesterday. He'd perch at the piano and play by ear whatever songs we asked to hear. We also chose the books he read as we got ourselves undressed and into bed. I listened to his footsteps fade and memorized the sounds that they made. Filled with family the day he died. Some sat and stared, some sat and cried. Then someone rose to reminisce, sharing memories of a man we all would miss. I listened wondering what would be the full effect he'd have upon me. The world through the eyes of that child of 10 has changed with time. So much since then, it's no surprise that I've begun telling stories of my own to my young one.
Man, Jayse, now first of all, that's one of your finest songs. I really appreciate you bringing that to us. And then second, I know that you have reached your goal of bringing back strong memories people have got about their own grandfather. If you've got somebody in your life like that, one of your elders, grandparents that you loved and respected and had good times with, I know that song brings it back to mine. It sure brings back memories of my own grandfather. Oh man, I'm going to have to sit down and have myself a little beverage in his memory. Well, all right, let's get on to the next song. We've got ourselves another little tune by Karen Lewis. Now, as you might recall from a previous episode, she'd got herself a little EP out, and one of the special things about this EP is, well, a couple of things. One is, it's an EP, so it's a mere 4 songs long. Now, that's not as many songs as I would like to get from Karen Lewis in a year, but one of the reasons that it took so long is that this here little lady decided to take upon herself a brand new instrument. She said to herself, I want to learn to play the cello. and I want to write songs based around the cello, and I'm going to play all those parts on my songs myself, and that's going to take some work for me to get them to a place where they are worthy of being heard by the people at large. So that's how she got these 4 songs done, and let me tell you, they are something special. You're going to hear that when I play this song for you right now. This is by Karen Lewis. The song is called Answers. Here we go.
Answers hidden round corners, way through the water, cross to the other side of the river. See what you're missing once you can stand and see around the bend. Questions, think what you're asking. Are they the best ones? Are they the key to unlock the portal? Open a window to clear the air. Find what's waiting there. Sunlight shines on the water from behind that cloud. Then it shines right in front of you, right in front of me. Sunlight shines on the water from behind that cloud. Then it shines right in front of you, right in front of me. Answers hidden round corners, wade through the water, cross to the other side of the river. Unlock the portal, open a window, look for the sunlight on what you wanted, hidden round corners over the river.
Oh, doggy. Karen Lewis, anytime you want to bring us 4 more of those, that'd be just fine with me. You know, one of the details I know about Karen, just because I know her personally, is she spent a whole lot of time gathered around a campfire with folks singing songs and that summer camp setting type of thing. And you could hear that in her music. It is the kind of song that you want to gather around with friends and get close to the fire, keep warm on a chilly night out there under the stars, and sing that song together. Shoot. Maybe one day we'll have ourselves a little The Recording Journey meetup, and we'll do just that. Well, that is going to bring us to the end of our song selections. This brings us to the final section of our podcast. That's going to be Cool Conversations on the Forum. Let's go. All right, now the thread that's been happening at therecordingjourney.com that I really want to talk to you about, it's funny the strange and surprising directions that a thread can take, because the original topic of conversation was, what's the best distribution platform to use for your own music? Whether you're trying to do an original song or a cover or something, whatever, how do you get it out there to all the streaming sites? And we had a little bitty debate about which of those was more worthy than the other, and you know, it turns out that that's an ever-evolving answer to that question, because some of them are great, and then they update their little terms of service and where all their fees and stuff come from, and all of a sudden, what was a great service is now, get out the door. You're not welcome here anymore. One of those, it appears, that is considering, we're not sure if it has been brought to life yet, Lander has been a really cool place to distribute your music. Very low cost and very easy, very good customer service. They've offered a subscription model and then a pay-per-release model, and that's all right, because while some other places, they'll release a bunch of music to you for a very low cost on the subscription fee, but then when you cancel your subscription, your music disappears. Well, that's not good. And Lander hasn't been like that. Whether you subscribed or whether you were doing a pay-per-release, you could get your music out there, and even if you canceled your subscription, it would just stay there. But apparently, they've either done this real recently or they're thinking about doing it, and I sure hope somebody vetoes this idea up in their ivory tower. They're talking about instituting some annual $5 fee if you release music through the subscription and then later on cancel it. They want to take $5 out of your pocketbook every year to cover their costs. I mean, more power to them, but I'm going to have to say no to that. If it came down to it, I would just plop things on YouTube for free and say the hell with it. But one of the things that came up is people started talking about content ID and copyright strikes and blocking videos and songs and stuff on YouTube. And, you know, one of the funny things we realized is, well, there's only a handful of artists out there that are being really aggressive about this. Most people have gotten with the program, started being pretty cool about letting other people cover their songs or use their songs in creative ways. But then you got a couple that they just don't seem to understand that they are copyrighting themselves right out of music history. One of those is kind of funny. Anytime you want to talk about the Eagles, play the Eagles, cover the Eagles, doesn't matter what you do. If you do anything to do with the Eagles on YouTube, you're going to get yourself at least copyright stricken and then maybe blocked. And that's just Don Henley thinking that people are stealing money from him or something. He wants to deny himself the opportunity for people to listen to his music, participate in his songs, and keep the band relevant. Well, Don Henley, more power to you. God bless you. You do as you like. And in 25 years, when nobody remembers who the Eagles are because of the way you're acting, well, that might just be swift justice. But then you take another band, and this one is real fascinating. You take a band like Fleetwood Mac. Now, they've got different songwriters, and they've got some real big songs by different songwriters. You take a song like Dreams. That's a good song. Written by Stevie Nicks. And because Stevie is real cool with people using her music in creative ways, it caused that song to rocket back up to number one a couple of years ago because it was in a real popular, real viral TikTok video. Isn't that cool? But then, because Lindsey Buckingham has got the opposite attitude where he don't want anybody but him touching his songs, well, oof. That means that a song like Go Your Own Way, which is a damn fine song, you're not going to see any TikToks featuring that song anytime soon. At least, that's my understanding of it. I mean, God willing, the man has come to his darn senses and changed his mind on that here real recently. In fact, if you know better than me, I would love to find out I am wrong about this. Well, that's going to bring us to this ending, this glorious ending of this week's episode of The Recording Journey. I want to thank y'all for being here with me on episode number 18. We're getting real close to episode number 21. So thanks for coming along with us on the journey. I will see y'all next week on episode number 19. God bless.